Friday, June 2nd, and this is your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski with the latest local news, and later on a look at our top stories of the week. Frank Granito will have a look at your forecast and a Nutmeg Sports update, and Donald Dang joins us to take a look back on this date in history. But first, Norwalk detectives are investigating a commercial burglary that occurred at the Jesus Deli and Grocery at 81 Winfield Street back on Sunday, May 21st. Police released surveillance photos this week of the burglary, which occurred at 12:30 in the morning. A witness described the suspects as two Latino males, 20 to 30 years old. Suspect 1 was wearing a white Nike hat with metallic swoosh symbol and a green Boston Celtics jacket. Suspect 2 was wearing a hat, hooded sweatshirt, shorts, and black sneakers. Suspect 2 also had sleeve tattoos on both arms and may have suffered an injury to his left wrist during that incident. Norwalk police are asking anyone with information to contact detectives at 203-854-3191. And according to the Associated Press, Maine game wardens are searching for a Connecticut man whose canoe overturned in a pond in Raymond, Maine. A spokesman says the 52-year-old Connecticut man has been missing since Thursday night. He went canoeing along Panther Pond, and friends soon heard distressed hollering from him. They called for help, and fire and game wardens searched in the area into this morning. Rescuers found the overturned canoe, and they are using divers in their search. And in other news, a Stanford barber on probation for establishing a sex ring at a local hotel has been arrested for doing the same thing at a different hotel, according to police. The Stanford Advocate reports that 41-year-old Otis Campbell of Weed Hill Road was charged this week with promoting prostitution and is being held in lieu of a $250,000 bond. A woman who was interviewed by police during a raid at the Crown Plaza Hotel on Summer Street back in April has also been arrested. 26-year-old Brittany Howard of New York was charged Wednesday with promoting prostitution and possession of narcotics. Police Lieutenant Tom Barcello said the 5-week investigation into that sex ring at a downtown hotel began at about 8 a.m. on April 24th, when a woman reported that her daughter was being held against her will at the Crown Plaza. Police officers found that 18-year-old New York woman who said that Howard brought her to Stanford from Harlem to prostitute herself for men she didn't know. The woman told police that Campbell rented 2 hotel rooms, and he advertised her and Howard's services on classified website Backpage.com. And in other Stanford news, police have released a video to the public asking for help identifying 2 burglary suspects. Now, this incident occurred May 23rd at just before 2 in the morning when 2 unidentified suspects broke into Mi Taruna restaurant located at 1047 East Main Street. Police say if you recognize either suspect, you can inbox Stanford Police on its Facebook page or make an anonymous tip by telephone at 203-977-4407. And an employee of a Darien Splash car wash was transported to the hospital with leg injuries after being pinned between 2 vehicles on May 25th. According to police, a 32-year-old employee was working at the rear of a car when a second vehicle lurched forward and trapped him between the 2. Another employee had begun working inside that second vehicle before it suddenly moved. Neither of the vehicle's owners reported any known issues with the cars. Police believe that the rear car may have been left in drive or accidentally knocked into gear while being detailed. The victim was taken to the hospital for treatment, and police say no charges are pending. And in some big news, Eversource Energy announced today that it will acquire Aquarion Water Company for $1.675 billion. Hearst, Connecticut media reports that Aquarion has more than 300 employees, while Eversource employs 8,000 people, serving 3.7 million electric and natural gas customers in Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire. Now, Aquarion serves nearly 230,000 customers in the same states. The acquisition requires approval from the Connecticut Public Utilities Regulatory Authority, the Massachusetts Department of Public Utilities, and the New Hampshire Public Utilities Commission. It also requires U.S. Justice Department review. That transaction is expected to close by December 31st. And Strafford Mayor John Harkins announced on Thursday that he has a new 2017-2018 fiscal year budget proposal, one that comes with a 1.82% tax increase. Harkins announced his amended budget proposal via a press release late Thursday morning. The proposal, according to the release, maintains all municipal services and provides the Board of Education with a 2.75% increase from its current budget, which would allow the school district to keep programs and staffing in place. The proposed budget would call for the current tax rate of 38.99 mils to rise to 39.70 mils, or a 1.82% increase. The average Strafford homeowner would see an increase of $2.19 per week under Harkins' proposal. Now, among the changes in the budget are a reduction of $902,000 in teacher retirement expenses that were proposed by Governor Dannel Malloy. There's a lot more on that story, though, at StraffordStar.com. Let's throw it over to Frank Granito for a look at the forecast. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. And we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds today with a high of 73. Cloud cover is going to increase later on this evening, and we'll see mostly cloudy skies overnight. Cooler conditions with a low of 56 as we head into Saturday morning. We're looking at a lot of the same on Saturday, intervals of sun and cloud cover all day long. An expected high of 74 tomorrow and a light breeze of 10 to 15 miles per hour should make for great lacrosse weather as we'll see Darien and Greenwich in the state quarterfinals. Mostly clear skies tomorrow night, and again cooler out with temperatures falling down into the low 50s. Sunday looks like it's going to be bringing back the rain, though. Some sunshine is expected for the morning and into the early afternoon before increasing cloud cover and showers start to move in around the county. The rain is going to carry overnight and into Monday morning as we're looking at on and off periods of rainfall now until about noon at the start of next week, and there's going to be plenty more of rain to go along. So enjoy the sunshine for the next few days, Kate, because it is not going to be lasting.
All right. Well, we are going to step out for a break, and when we come back, Donald Eng takes a look back on this day in history. Frank has your Nutmeg Sports update, and there's more news coming up after this.
Part of banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
The new fishing season is fast approaching, so it's time to head over to the dock shop and get your gear in order. We're now offering bait in both Darien and our Westport location. The dock shop can service and repair your rods and reels, spool up new line, and fill any empty space you might have in your tackle box. Whether you're a fisherman, boater, or beach bum, the dock shop is a unique place to shop. The dock shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians' news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
I can't believe it.
Well, Dad, you did it. You sold 160 cars. Ready to go back upstairs now?
I think it's time. I wonder how the boys are making out in their new office.
Not what I had in mind, Kyle. What, Dad?
Maybe we should retire. Right now, lease a 2017 Rogue S for only $139 a month. Isn't it time you got Millerized?
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Welcome back to this June 2nd edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN Network. It's time to take a look back on this day in history with Donald Eng. Don.
Well, Kate, it was 50 years ago today. First, though, we're going to go back a lot farther than that, to 455. The Germanic tribe known as the Vandals enter Rome and plunder the city. We don't know too much about them historically. They were completely illiterate. They may have migrated from Scandinavia and then come into contact with the empire as they fled from the Huns. About a century after the sack of Rome, the Vandals collapsed as a people, but their name lives on as a name for someone who commits wanton acts of property destruction. 1763, during what is known as Pontiac's Rebellion at what is now Mackinac City, Michigan, the Chippewa warriors capture Fort Michilimackinac by staging a lacrosse game, which the British troops came out to watch, then chasing a ball into the fort and massacring the garrison. I just realized massacring looks kind of weird when you see it written out. 1767, 50 years ago, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band by the Beatles released in the United States. Considered by many the first concept album, it blended fine art with popular rock music. It spent 15 weeks at number 1 on the charts. Interesting fact, Strawberry Fields Forever and Penny Lane, both intended for the album, but instead were released separately as the studio was getting anxious. It had been 3 whole months since the Beatles had released any new material. Finally, now we go to 1997, 20 years ago today, for this.
In the courtroom.
Are you a little disappointed with this verdict?
Well, I think that's natural, obviously, but it's the American way for the jury to hear the evidence and give us their opinion, and they've done that. And we're not going to question their verdict. We will accept it for purposes of the second stage and move on.
The prosecution team was cheered as they left the courthouse. In only 5 weeks, they presented a fast-moving case that convinced the jury of McVeigh's guilt.
We're obviously very pleased with the result. We always had confidence in our evidence. Now everyone else will have confidence in the evidence in the verdict. We're ready to move on to the next stage.
In Denver, Colorado, Timothy McVeigh today convicted on 15 counts of murder and conspiracy for his role in the 1995 bombing of the Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City. McVeigh would be executed 4 years later. That is a look back in history for today, June 2nd, and I'm Donald Eng.
All right, thanks so much, Don. Well, in other local news, the Old Kings Highway North Bridge over I-95 in Darien will be closing to all westbound traffic on June 7th. Now, for the duration of the day, all traffic going westbound on Old Kings Highway North toward the Post Road will be required to enter northbound I-95 as the posted detour. And all eastbound Old Kings Highway North traffic will still be able to travel through the area towards Rowayton or onto northbound I-95. This partial closure will be in effect for the remainder of the year as the Old Kings Highway North Bridge is completely replaced. There will also be 8 complete overnight closures of Old Kings Highway North in the area of the bridge during the summer and early fall months. But you can get more information at DarienTimes.com. Let's throw it over to Frank Granito now for a Nutmeg Sports update. Frank, we're still wiping pollen off of everything from our day at the golf course.
We had a very busy day at Fairchild Wheeler yesterday as we were covering the 2017 Girls and Boys FCX Golf Championships. Congratulations to the Lady Rams of New Canaan as they are your 2017 conference champions. Led by sophomore Megan Mitchell's 80, the Rams shot a total score of 338. Besting Greenwich, who was at second place with 355. Morgan Hibbert shot an 85. Lauren Capone, 86. Tessa Piontkowski with an 87. Those were the 4 scores that registered. Your medalist winner in the girls' tournament was Alexa Brown of Trumbull. She fired off a 77 in her round. On the boys' side of the tournament, it was the Greenwich Cardinals who were your regular season champions that marched on to the conference championship. 302 was the score for the Redbirds, led by Jake Moses and Jackson Freddy's 74s. Jackson Freddy was also named the Chapa Boys Player of the Year. Billy Nail had a 74, Ben Rapiak with an 80. New Canaan would come in second with a score of 312. The medalist in that tournament was Alex Mierzwiecki of Trumbull. He shot a 2 over 73 on the afternoon. Other action around the state yesterday, we saw Trumbull postponed in softball. That game has been rescheduled to Sunday at 3 p.m. at NFA. In girls lacrosse, Darien 14-8 defeats Conard. They will take on New Canaan, who beat Newtown 18-5 in the semifinals. On the other side of the bracket, it will be Greenwich and Wilton. The Warriors a 16-8 win over Cheshire, and the Cardinals a 14-9 win over Staples. So the girls lacrosse tournament featuring 4 FCX schools. St. Joe's also continuing to advance in the Class S tournament, a 12-10 win over Waterford. And don't forget that tomorrow we have got boys quarterfinal action on the HAN Network, 3 p.m. at Darien High School. The FCX champion Darien Blue Wave put their 51-game win streak on the line against the number 8 Greenwich Cardinals, coming off their 12-11 win over Staples in the first round. That's going to do it for this Nutmeg Sports update. Let's send it back over to Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Frank. Well, in recognition of the 1-year anniversary of Monroe volunteer firefighter Forrest Ryan's death, his family and friends have come together to organize the Ride for Forrest this Saturday, June 3rd. Forrest died back on June 13th, 2016 at the age of 24 after being involved in a motorcycle accident on Route 25 in front of the Clock Tower Square in Monroe. Prior to his death, Forrest worked as an electrician and served the community as a volunteer firefighter. Jill Ryan, Forrest's mother, said the ride is to honor him and the inspiration he gave to the community. Registration for the Ride for Forrest will begin at noon at the Clock Tower Square, and the ride costs $25 per person. Jill said the proceeds from the benefit ride will be used to fund a scholarship for a Massac senior pursuing a vocational trade. And there's more on that at MonroeCourier.com. And 11-year-old Bernardo Bizanotto of Trumbull has been undergoing treatment for acute lymphoblastic leukemia, which has him hospitalized for weeks at a time. Well, the Circle of Care organization, which supports children with cancer and their families, had its Art from the Heart team work with Bernardo's family and Wilton High School students to organize a room makeover for him and his younger brother, Sebastian. Art from the Heart is a specialized program that redesigns rooms of pediatric cancer patients to give them something to look forward to during treatment. Wilton seniors Aaron Frey and Allison Courtney spent several weeks leading a crew of Circle of Care volunteers to transform Bernardo's and Sebastian's room into a bright, happy, and a fun space. The brothers, who both love all things gaming related, came home May 6th to a made-over bedroom complete with a console festoon wall mural, a cabinet of their favorite game characters, and bunk beds. And you can get a lot more on that at TrumbullTimes.com. Well, we're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the top stories across all of our websites this week on your coffee break after this.
Want a new experience in car buying? Skep Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, skepchryslerjeep.com or skepdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event. Now through June 30th.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
At Wild Birds Unlimited of Brookfield, get expert advice from our certified bird feeding specialists. We offer always fresh, clean seed that will be sure to attract birds to your home feeder. Experience our excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 317 Federal Road, Brookfield.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
At Worcester School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Worcester offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Worcester, experience the difference. Family and Children's Aid has been serving the community since 1809 and is now the largest outpatient children's mental health care provider in Western Connecticut. Our innovative services include providing shelter to homeless moms and children, substance abuse intervention, mental health counseling, and foster and adoptive services, among others. Our goal is to provide individuals and families a safe haven and hope for a brighter future. Find out more about us at fcaweb.org and call our Danbury campus at 203-748-5689. A Better View Window Cleaning Plus has been cleaning glass all over Connecticut for over 20 years. They also specialize in cleaning chandeliers, mirrors, skylights, tiles, and will power wash anything that needs cleaning. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and are fully insured and bonded. When you deal with a Better View, you're dealing with the best, not the rest. Call today for a free estimate, 203-284-8836, or visit them online, abetterviewcleaning.com. At the Tile Shop at Doro Granite and Marble, you dream it and we create it. Located at 5 Danbury Road in Ridgefield, we offer the finest quality of porcelain, natural stone tile, artisan tile, and much more. Find out more at tiletiletile.com or call us at 203-438-9338. Welcome back to this Friday edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and now we're taking a look at the top stories across all of our HAN websites this week. One of those stories being that a Trumbull police commissioner may have wound up on the wrong side of the law last Friday. 54-year-old Christian Trez, who has been a member of the police commission since November, was cited for violating the state's social hosting law after police responding to a complaint of a loud party allegedly found a dozen underage drinkers at Trez's Driftwood Lane home. According to reports, police received a complaint of a loud party in the Canoe Brook Lake area. The anonymous tipster also said there were numerous youths partying at the beach area on the lake. Well, a police officer investigated and drove through the area until he found that party, and when he went to the back, he reported seeing 10 to 20 partiers that appeared to be in their teens playing beer pong. He also said there were beer bottles and cans strewn about. After announcing his presence, the officer determined that 12 of them were under the age of 21. Trez, who was home at the time, told police that the party was for his daughter's college graduation. Under the state's social hosting law, anyone in control of a property is responsible for any underage drinking that occurs there. His court date is currently June 5th. And another top story was news that a season high turned into a low for the Darien girls tennis team this week. For a second straight year, Darien had its hopes dashed at States with a forfeit disqualification in the first round. The two-time FCAC championship number 4 team in Class L beat number 13 Southington in the first round of States, then fell foul of the CIAC rules and now finds itself out of the running. Chris Manfredonia, Darien's athletic director, sent a message to the team following that decision that was made due to a player taking part in a non-high school event during the season. Manfredonia said this is an unfortunate set of circumstances for our team, who has performed so admirably throughout the season. There's more on that story at DarienTimes.com. And Mayor John Harkins last week followed up on his promise to veto the town council's approved budget, and he did so while urging an audience of Bunnell High School students to vote out those who passed it. With a few strokes of a pen, Harkins vetoed the $216.1 million spending plan passed by the town council on May 11th. That decision drew applause from Superintendent Janet Robinson and an audience of Bunnell students in the school's auditorium. Many students on stage behind the mayor held signs with the social media #IStandWithTheFuture. Harkins said at the time that it's a flawed budget, and he was able to veto the spending plan because it passed with 6 votes. Had it passed with 7 votes of the town council, it would have been veto-proof. That budget, Harkins said, could have led to program cuts, including the elimination of freshman sports at Bunnell and Strafford high schools and removal of up to 35 teachers. He also said the budget violates the town charter and existing contractual obligations. As we reported earlier in the show, Harkins has proposed a new budget, and there's more on that at StraffordStar.com. Well, by far our most read and shared story this week is that Rolling Stone guitarist Keith Richards and wife Patty Hansen will be leaving a mark on Ridgefield in a big way. The Weston residents announced last weekend that they will be auctioning off antiques from their apartment in New York City's Upper East Side, with proceeds from the sale going to benefit a pair of local nonprofits, Sphere and the Prospector Theater, for the work that they do with adults who have autism. The Daily Mail first reported the news that Richards and Hansen will be donating all auction proceeds to those Ridgefield charities. Hudson-based auctioneer Stair Galleries will handle the special event, which is Saturday, June 24th. Items for sale include furniture from Italy, France, and England, as well as paintings and other decorations from the Manhattan apartment. According to Stair Galleries, Hansen designed the home to be a European jewel box. Hansen's 24-year-old nephew has autism and has received services from both Sphere and the Prospector Theater. A link to the auction items can be found at theridgefieldpress.com. Well, let's throw it back over to Frank Granito now for another look at the forecast. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. And again, we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds expected today and a high of 73 to go along with it. Cloud cover is going to increase later on this evening, as we'll see mostly cloudy skies overnight and cooler conditions with a low of 56 before Saturday morning. A lot of the same tomorrow with intervals of sunshine and cloud cover all day long. An expected high of 74 and a light breeze between 10 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tomorrow night, and again cooler out with temperatures falling down into the low 50s. Sunday looks like it will be bringing back rain, though. Some sunshine is expected for the morning and into the early afternoon, but increasing cloud cover moves in around 3-4 o'clock, and showers will start to move in right after that. That rain is going to carry into Sunday night and through to Monday morning, as we're going to see some showers to start next week and probably carry on into the middle of it as well. And don't forget, Kate, that tomorrow on the HAN Network we have boys lacrosse quarterfinals, 3 o'clock at Darien High School. The Blue Wave hosting the Cardinals as they put their 51-game win streak on the line.
All right, and of course we'll be back Monday with your coffee break at 11. Have a great weekend.